Welcome to day number 3 of my Christmas crafting extravaganza. If you love Christmas crafting, you have come to the right place. My name is Nicole, and every day for the month of December, I am going to be getting crafty to fill my home full of handmade Christmas cheer. Today, I am going to be making some little cute gnomes out of polymer clay. If you've seen my tutorials before, you'll know that I absolutely love working with polymer clay. I also love gnomes as well, so this is a perfect combination, and being Christmas, I just couldn't help myself. I had to do some little gnomes, and I'm going to make a little Christmas scene using them. Now, this little project is also good for using up some scrap clay. So I'm using some white clay here. This one is the Sculpey Primo White. I'm using that as my sort of little body of my gnome. It's kind of body and beard all rolled into one. So I have started by cutting myself off a nice chunk of that white, and I'm just getting it conditioned, which means making it soft and workable. I'm rolling it into a ball using the palm of my hands. This is going to smooth it out and take away any of the joins and sort of cracks that are within the clay whilst it's in its raw form. And I just want to give it a bit of a roll because I want it to be that sort of marshmallow shape. I think that's a good description, a marshmallow shape. That's how I'm wanting it to look. Now, don't worry too much if you can see some of the seam lines, because we are going to hide them afterwards. So next up, I am going to be doing his hat. Now this is where, if you've got scrap clay, this comes in really handy. So for this little gnomie, I'm picking out some pinks, blues, purples, those sort of colour tones from my scrap pile, and we're going to mix it all together. So you could go more traditional Christmas colours if you like. I like to go a little bit different. I don't like the traditional reds and greens as such. I prefer more of a pink Christmas. So we're going to be doing these ones for this little gnomie. I've done some other gnomes as well, which I'll show you afterwards. But yes, this one is a pinks and purple tone hat. So I'm getting my long flexi blade here and just chopping it all up. And the purpose of chopping it and chopping it more and chopping it more again is just to get all the pieces small and moved around a bit, so it's not all together in one chunk. So that blue, I want it to spread out throughout. Same as the purples and the hot pinks. I want it to be nicely mixed. So if I just keep chopping at it and folding it in on itself, the colours will eventually give a nice mix together, and then I can, once I'm happy with it, I can ball it all up. Okay, so I'm going to gather it all together now and just start smushing it together so that it forms one piece. And we're just going to do lots of squeezing because it's going to squeeze out any air gaps that are within that clay there now from pushing it all together. So just giving it some good squeezes and a bit of a roll. And we want to kind of make it a bit of a tubular, a bit of a long shape like this. Flatten the end off. So we want that to be neat. We don't want that to be all shabby. So make that nice and flat. And then I'm going to give it a twist. And that's just going to help to show the colours a bit more as well. So just giving a twist and rolling. The rolling will smooth it back out. And just keep going until I'm happy with it. Okay, so I'm going to just start flattening that end bit there. That's going to be the base of the hat. So we want the bottom bit to be wider because that's going to go over our little marshmallow shaped body. So that's looking about right in the size wise. And then I'm going to roll the top bit to make that go up to a point. I'll give it an extra twist because the colours the twist came out a little bit. All right, so I need to make the internal here hollow. So trying to use my knuckle, my fingernails are not helpful in this situation. A ball tool like this can kind of work. I do prefer just to use my hands, but yeah, my fingernails are getting in the way. But just giving it a bit of a squeeze so that it domes around so that our little body can fit up into that bit, like that. Now I probably made this hat a little bit too chunky. I really probably should have just cut off a little bit because it's a bit thicker than how I would normally do it. And for the other little gnomes that I made, it is a little bit bigger. So I probably should have taken it down just a little bit smaller, but that's okay. He can just have a bit of a bigger, chunkier hat. So I'm just fixing the tip of it there. I'm just going to push it in. And I'm just grabbing one of my little tools here just to even up around that edge because I wasn't very happy with how wonky it was. It just wasn't quite straight enough for me. So I'm just using the tool just to give a bit of a push just to neaten it up a little bit. So if you're noticing any fingerprint marks or like marks from your fingernails or maybe there's some color transfer, you can use an alcohol wipe to clean it. That will also help to smooth the clay as well. Just giving the clay a little bit of a rub with your finger, a little bit of pressure can also help if there's any little cracks, but otherwise an alcohol wipe works really well. I'm now going to do his little nose. So I've got this tan color here. That was a little bit big, so just going to roll it up again. I'll zoom in so you can see a bit better. And we're going to just give him a big chunky nose. And I'm just going to try and push it so that it goes up a little bit into the hat. So it kind of looks like the hat's coming down over his face and resting on his nose there. And as you can see, there are a few little seam marks on my white clay there, but I've got a couple of tools here. We're going to give him some texture for his beard. So if you don't have any like sharp tools, a knife will work perfectly fine. And we're just going to do some little scratches into that white clay. So that's going to disguise any of those little imperfections anyway. So don't stress about those too much. This little tool works really well. It gives a really good little indent. Depending on what tool you use, the lines can be either finer or thicker. So I just spend a little bit of time doing this, and I only go about halfway around. You can do the whole way around if you prefer, but I like to just go about halfway. I'm just going to come in with this other one as well, just to add a bit extra, bit of a different thickness. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So we can leave our little gnome just as is, but I'm going to add one more little detail. Now you could probably add lots more little details, but this is just the one more that I'm going to add, and that is I'm going to give him some little boots. So just to have some little boots peering out from underneath his beard. So I've got a brown clay here. It's possibly Souffle Cowboy. It also could be just a scrappy mix. I'm not 100% sure, but I just wanted a dark brown. So this was just sitting at the side. So this one will be perfect. And I'm just going to make 2 little balls to start with. Then to give them that shoe look, I'm going to just squish half of it so that we get that little bulge on the other side. So the little flat bit's going to go underneath with that little bulgy bit just sticking out. I'm just squishing it under there. Now it definitely is a bit of a scrap mix because I can just see a bit of a dark mark coming through that clay there. So I'm just going to re-ball it and do that again. Give it that little squish. Now sometimes when you do this, you'll find that your little gnome doesn't stand up so well. So you might need to put another little bit of clay at the back just to test if he will stand. But he's standing pretty good, so I'm just going to give him that little bit of a squish down just to make sure that his base is nice and flat. And then actually one more detail, I've got this little tool and it's got that little marking bit on that end and it's perfect for a little smile. So there we go. So that is my little gnome. So before I bake my little gnome up, I'm going to do one more little project to go with my gnomes. So I've got this block of souffle cabernet, and I just thought that this colour would make a really good little present to go with the gnomes, so that they're little Christmas gnomes with their Christmas presents. I'm going to break the rules a little bit though. I'm not going to condition this clay. I'm just going to chop it because I want it to just be little squares. So I think by just chopping it down and just chopping it into squares, it should be fine. It doesn't need to be durable as such because it's not for earrings or jewelry making. It's just literally going to sit on the wooden plaque thing that I have. So I'm just going to, be a rule breaker today. I probably could have just conditioned it and then just formed it into a square or rectangle. But yeah, just going to break the rules. Why not? Don't dob on me. And I can see that you can see all that clay that I'm cutting off to the side there. Don't worry, it's not going to get wasted. I'm going to ball that up and chuck that back in the pack so I can use it for something else another day. I'm going to cut 3 little, I'm going to say squares, they're probably more rectangles, but they're going to be my little presents here. So I've got 3 sort of different shaped ones. And then I'm going to attempt to make a ribbon to go around them and a bow to go on top as well. Something I have never ever done before. I don't know why. I just decided to do this as part of this tutorial. Just one of those things, you know, I got that idea and I thought I'm going to do it. So as you can tell, it does work out because otherwise I just wouldn't have put it into this tutorial. But I am by no means an expert on making little presents because I have never done it before ever. So this is just the way that I'm doing it. There's probably better ways out there, but if you decide that you want to make some presents, this way worked. So give it a go if you want. This hot pink colour is actually Sculpey 3. Sculpey 3 Berry. So I found, once we closed our store, I found that I had a big stockpile of this colour. So I don't normally use Sculpey 3, but again for this I thought why not? I've just cut myself a little sort of string of clay and I'm just going to wrap it around the 3 sides and just use my fingernail to chop it off, and then going to go back the other direction. And the thing with the Sculpey 3 is it's really sticky, so it is sticking on very easily. It is also sticking to my fingers, and because it's soft it just snapped off like that. But we're just going to press it back on and keep going. All right, so that is one wrapped present. Now this is where I just kind of went, let's try a bow. Again, something I've never ever done before. So just tiny and simple, just getting that long bit, and I'm just gonna fold it over. And then kind of guessing where double that amount is, and then folding back the other way and pressing down in the middle. And then I need like a little tail bit for the bow. So I just chopped off another little bit here and then cut out a bit of a triangle so that it's kind of the taily hanging bits of the bow. Zoom in to show you because it is actually very tiny. Now, as I tried to flick this bit up, it kind of went into the middle of the bow, and I thought, you know, I might just leave it in the middle of the bow because it's like the bit where you tie the bow up. It doesn't look the best. It looks all right, but for the other 2 presents I didn't do that because it wasn't really what I wanted. But it worked all right. The present turned out okay. So yeah, it worked, and that's all I needed. So anyway, I go and do this another 2 times with 2 more presents so that I can have the presents to go with my little Christmas gnomes. Right, so they're all ready to go into the oven. Going to bake them at 130 degrees for an hour.